So hi all, welcome to this video lecture. In this video lecture we will be discussing about a regular expression. So regular expressions, they are not dependent on any programming language. They are a concept that we will be seeing today. So regular expression is a powerful pattern matching tool which is used to find, extract, replace or validate text based on some specific rules. Think of it as a smart research tool that doesn't just match exact words but can match patterns in text, like finding all the phone numbers or the email addresses or even specific words in a large document or files. Okay. So today we will see some of the special characters which are used to define certain patterns. We will see some of the special cases as well. So let us go ahead and let us start off with this. Okay. So the first thing that we will see is very simple. Let us say that we want to match some basic characters in this text, right? So we can just simply say, let us say I want to find the name, all the names from this text. So what I can do, I can simply say name. So when I typed in name over here, right, this particular name has been highlighted. Okay. And by the way, this site is regex101.com. So here you can actually practice regular expressions. You can go ahead and you can type in these regular expression and you can check it whether the regular expression is able to go ahead and fetch the pattern or not. Okay. So since I have typed in name over here, right, all the names, this particular text, that is name, has been highlighted in this text, correct? So let us go ahead and let us now say that I want to find out all the characters present in this text. Okay, for that we have a special character which we will call as dot. Once we give this dot, you see all the characters are highlighted, and if you just see the boxes, right, they are just the boxes, they are only one characters over here, right? So what it signifies, it will pick up all the characters present in the text but one at a time. Okay, it only symbolizes one character. So which character can it pick? It can pick all the characters, whether it be alphabetic, digit value, or whether it be special characters. Okay, the only value which the dot does not pick up are the new line characters. Okay, that is the space, that is the tab space it will pick up, but it will not pick up the new line. Okay, so dot will go ahead and it will pick up all the characters except for the new line. Okay, now let us say I want to go ahead and I want to only fetch the alphabetic values. So in such cases, how we will go ahead and how we will do that? Okay, so we will be using a special character for this. So we will say we will give this third bracket over here. The third bracket, it defines a character set. It is to define a set of characters. Within this, I will go ahead and I will say a, and then I will use one more special character, that is dash. Okay, dash is going to go ahead and give me the range of characters, that is from lower range to upper range. Okay, so a is my lower range, dash, now I have to give the upper range, that is small z. And once I go ahead and once I close this, you see all the small case characters, right, from a to z, that will be highlighted in this text. Okay, and it does so with the help of the ASCII value. So since a has an ASCII value of 97 and z has an ASCII value of 122, so the ASCII values between 97 and 122 are nothing but the alphabets between a to z. Okay, all the lowercase alphabet. So you can see in the text all the lowercase alphabets from a to z have been highlighted. Now if I want to go ahead and if I want to also highlight the upper alphabet, that the uppercase alphabetical values, right, like capital C, capital R, how will I go ahead and do that? I will simply go ahead and I will simply type A, capital A to capital C. You can simply go ahead and you can add the ranges here. Okay, you can add the ranges within this character set. So what the character set, what it will do, that it will match any single character, one character at a time. It will pick up any one single character which lies in this particular range. So either it can lie in between A to Z or capital A to capital C. Okay, so this is defining my alphabetic values. Okay, if I want it to be alphanumeric, that means I want to go ahead and add the numbers as well. So I can simply go ahead and I can simply pass 0 to 9. So along with the alphabets, it will also go ahead and also include the numbers as well. So you can just see that the numbers are also included here. Okay, The numbers are also included here, but obviously it does not include the special characters over here like backslash, forward slash, and these colons here, right? And the spaces and the tabs are also not included. Okay, so to go ahead and to do something like this, right, to go ahead and perform the same alphanumeric value like this, there is a special character that we have, and that we will call it as backslash w. So what backslash w will do, backslash w is going to go ahead and highlight the alphanumeric values, okay, the same as the range that we have just seen. Okay, and if we go ahead and if we replace it with capital W, it means all the non-alphanumeric values, so exact opposite. Okay, the exact opposite. And if you just see here, the tabs, the new lines are also captured here. So special characters and the spaces, space is also a special character, tab is also a special character. So anything that is not alphanumeric, right, all those values will be captured here. Okay, let's say I want to go ahead and I want to only fetch the digits. So one way you can do is this, or you can go ahead and say backslash d, right? It is also going to give you the same thing, backslash d. So if we only want to go ahead and fetch the digits, we can simply go ahead and use backslash d, and this will give me all the digits present in this particular text, one character at a time. Okay, only one character it will go ahead and give. If you just look at the boxes, right, the boxes are only highlighting one characters. Okay, so it will match only one character. Now if I go ahead and if I do capital D, it is going to be all the non-digits, all the non-digits it will give me, as you can see, right? So whatever so whichever there are digits, wherever there are digits, okay, present, it has not highlighting those. The rest of the fields, they have been highlighted. Okay. Similarly, we have a special character for the spaces and the tabs, so that will be slash s. Slash s is going to go ahead and highlight all the spaces and the new lines, that is the tabs over here. And if I go ahead and if I do slash capital S, it is going to go ahead and it is going to give me all the non-space and non-tabs. Okay, so always remember that slash small, any small thing, any small particular special character letter, right, like D and W and S, that will go ahead and give you that attribute, and the capital version of that particular letter of that special character will give you the non-attribute characteristics. Okay, so that is for the special characters over here. That is, we have covered slash D, slash W, and slash S. Okay, we have also seen the character set. Now within the character set, it's not only like you can pass in ranges, you can also pass in single value also, like A, B, C. So what A, B, C will say, that it will match either A or B or C. Okay, so one character at a time. So if you can just see that it has matched all the A's, then C and B as well, right? B, if there is any B present, so it will match B also. Okay, so that is what is the function of the character set. It will include any character within this character set one at a time. Okay, let us go ahead and let us see one more special character, that is slash B. Now slash B, the function of slash B is to define a boundary. Okay, so every word has a boundary. Okay, it has a starting boundary and the ending boundary over here. So if you can just see, customer is one word. Okay, customer and records over here, there's two separate words, and the way how they are two separate words, because they are separated by some kind of a separator, that is space or some kind of a special character which is there, right? So if you just see each and every one of these words, right, numbers and the words, they are separated by some kind of a special character, and in this word boundary, right, special characters are not included. If you can just see, the special characters are not included. So what are included? Only the words, the alphabetic value and the numeric values are included. Okay, so these are here to define the range of the words. Okay, it is here to to define a particular boundary. Okay, so that no word, whenever you are writing some kind of regular expression, right, nothing goes nothing starts from in between the words. It either starts from the starts from the boundary, or and it will end to a particular boundary. Nothing will start in between. So this is what is the significance of slash B. Okay, so this is the function of slash B over here. Okay, now let us go ahead and let us see some of the other special characters. Okay, so let us discuss about the power operator. Okay, that is this operator over here. Okay, so this power operator symbolizes starts with. Okay, if there is any particular text that starts with a particular value, then you go ahead and use the power operator. So let's say, for example, I want to highlight all the names which starts with name. Okay, so is there anything that starts with name? Not yet. But if I go ahead and if I give this particular text over here, right, if I remove that, so you can just see that it starts with this particular name. Okay, and if I remove this name, right, you see this is the place. You see this velvet dotted line that you have. This represents that, okay, if there is no character that is present, so which is the starting index? This is the starting index. This is the place where we are going to go ahead and say that if any string is after this line, then we will go ahead and we will pick that as the starting line. Okay, so if I go ahead and say the start name, right, this asterisk name, so it will go ahead and highlight this, but it will not highlight this. And the reason why it will not highlight this, because it's not starting with name, it's starting with 2, because this is my initial position. Okay, so this is the function of starts with name, and you can add any number of characteristics after this, okay, to ensure that, okay, does it start with this particular character or not. Okay, now this power operator over here changes its nature whenever we include it into the characteristic set. Okay, inside the character set over here, the power operator does not represent starts with, rather it represents the not operator. So what this is trying to say, that go ahead and showcase all the characters within this text that is not capital N, small a, small m, and small e. So if you can just see, all the texts have been highlighted except for the characters that is present in this particular character set. So every text has been highlighted, every character has been highlighted, even the tabs and the spaces and the special characters have been highlighted except for capital N, small m, small a, and small e. So that is the function of the power operator. Power operator outside the character set represents starts with, inside the character set it represents the not operator. Okay, if you want to exclude some of the characters, you can use it like this. Okay, so this is the use of the power operator. Now let us go ahead and let us see the function of the plus operator and the star operator. Okay, now let us say that I want to go ahead and I want to get all the digits. Okay, so what is the one way how we can do this? We can just simply say \d, but \d, it is going to give me all the digits present in this string, but it is going to give me one character at a time, right? If I want to get this entire digit as one single number, in that particular case we can go ahead and we can iterate it. So we can use the plus operator and the star operator accordingly. So it is some kind of like it works like an iterator basically. It tries to group all these numbers together. And how will it group it together? So plus is used when we want to go ahead and group it if it occurs one or more number of times. Minimum it has to occur one time. So if there is any digit present in this string which occurs at least once, and if I go ahead and if I use a plus on top of it, so it will group all these numbers together. So it will only group the numbers together if there is at least one character that is present. Okay, if there are no characters that are present, let's say for example, okay, like over here 2 is present over here, right? So I just give /d and then plus, so at least one character over here is present, correct? And that's why it is highlighting. But let's say that if no character is present, right, then definitely it will not go ahead and do it. But if I go ahead and give a star mark over here, right, give a star, just after D you give a star, you see it is starting to highlight even the null values over here. The pink border represents all the null values, correct? So that is the function of the star operator, that it is going to go ahead and it is going to give me the occurrence of characters 0 or more times. Okay, so if I do /d and let's say I want to get something after that which at least occur once. Okay, so what I will do, I will just simply type in plus, and it will group all these numbers together. See, it will group all these numbers together. Okay. Now let us say that now we will see more about the star operator and the plus operator with some examples, and then you will understand basically what exactly it does. Okay. Then again we have a special character which we call as a question mark. What will question mark do? It will try to go ahead and it will try to it will try to go ahead and highlight only those particular string which occurs 0 or 1 times. Okay, so for example, I want to go ahead and I want to check for the string r, and then if I go ahead and if I type in o, and then if I go ahead and type in question mark over here, so it will highlight the r as well and the ro as well. The reason why it is highlighting r, because when I put question mark after o, it is trying to say that o might be present or might not be present. It can occur 0 times or it can occur 1 time. So this is the significance of question mark. It makes this character optional. So it is highlighting r as well and it is highlighting ro as well. Okay, so this is the significance of this question mark. It makes this character optional. So in cases where you want something to be shown, like for example in the name, right, if you can just see in the name over here, there is a space which is present in this name and there is no space present in this name. So in such cases you can use the question mark to say that after r I want to highlight all those fields which do not have a space or which can have a space. So I will simply say /s to denote the spaces, okay, after let's say name, okay, and then I will go ahead and use a question mark. So you see all these name values, they have been highlighted, even the ones which have a space and even the ones which do not have a space. If you remove the question mark, then it will obviously it will pick up only those values which have a space, because it is expecting only one character of space at a time. So, but when I go ahead and place a question mark, it will go ahead and remove it. It will say that okay, this space is optional, so you can consider this space or you may not consider this space. So that is the use case of the space operator, that is the question mark operator. Okay, now let us go ahead and let us see some of let us extract some of the important fields over here, okay, like name and email address, and then we will see like how it works properly, right, how whatever we have learned so far, how it actually works. So let us say that I want to go ahead and extract all the names from this particular text, right? I want to extract all the names. So how will I go ahead and how will I write the regular expression in such a way that it extracts all the name? Now if you go ahead and if you just see, right, that these names are having a space. Now some of these names also have these special characters. Now we must make sure that these special characters are not included here, right? You can just see that this name is also there, but this special character should be included, that is this upper inverted commas, right? So we must write, and if you can just see that there are some Chinese character over here as well, which is not Latin names, right? So these characters should also be picked. So how we are going to write our regex in such a way that it picks up all these names at the same time, right? So let us go ahead and let us write it. So we all know that this name starts with this, we can see this, correct? So what we will say, let me place one dot over here because it was there. Okay. And what we will say that I will write the regex as name and then this, right? And after this, before this, I will use this to denote that there is this word boundary, okay? And because the space may be there, may not be there, so I will just simply say /s, which will denote one character of space, okay? And then I will simply say question mark, which makes this entire space as optional, okay? So it has highlighted and picked up this one as well. Now as far as the name is concerned, now you see name cannot have numbers, correct? If I go ahead and if I just simply say dot, okay, to denote all the characters present in this text after this, and then if I simply go ahead and if I press in plus, right, that is I want every character to occur at least one or more times, right? So it will go ahead and it will give me all, it will highlight me all the names here, right? It will go ahead and it will highlight me all the names here. But if you look at the second name, right, do you think the second name is correct? Do you think anybody's name can be Ananya Roy and then question mark percentage at the rate 34? No, right? So we need to make sure that the special characters and the numbers are not present. So we cannot use dot in that case. So what we will use? We will use the character set. We will say that we include only the characters. So small a to capital, so small z and capital A to capital Z. Only this will be picked up, right? And we also should pick up this space as well. So give a space. Then what else can we say it should pick up? We should also pick up this character over here, right? So we will say it should pick up the upper inverted comma. What else it can pick up? It can pick up dash, right? It can pick up dash as well. And because we have some Chinese characters over here, right? So these Chinese characters come under the category of Unicode characters. So to pick up the Unicode, any Unicode character, right, we will simply say simply slash p, and within this curly brace we will pass in L. Okay, this is going to go ahead and pick up any Unicode character. If I will not give this, right, it will not pick up this. As you can see, it has picked up P, but it will not pick up this Chinese character. But once I include this, it has picked up the Chinese character as well, or any Unicode character it will pick. Okay, so if there is any character which is in this particular range, it will go ahead and it will pick it. But this is only just one character at a time, right? Only one character. If I wanted to pick up more than one characters, right, I will simply use the iterator key, that is either plus or either star. It's better to use plus than star, because plus will be one or more times, correct, and star will be 0 or more times. So I will simply go ahead and I will use this plus, and you will see that it has successfully picked up only those names which have alphabetic values. It should not be including these characters, these special characters. Okay, it has picked up these special characters also, the Chinese character as well, because of this Unicode. So this is the regular expression for name. Okay, similarly, if we want to get it for email address, then we can simply say this slash b. Now it has started with this, right? We will simply say email, then give this, and then even in email address the space can be there, may not be there. So I will say slash s question mark. And in the email address, right, now within the email address we can have bunch of characters, right? We can have the dot, we can have the underscore, we can even have percentage and plus symbol. It is also allowed. Okay, so we must include all of those, right? So obviously we cannot go ahead and simply say this and this. It will definitely give us all the the email address over here, but this is not the way how we will do it, because what if there are some kind of email address which goes with question mark, then percent question mark, then minus, then some kind of hashtag. These are not included, but this is not a valid email address also, but still it will pick up, right? So we must make sure that it picks up only the valid email address, right? So we must go ahead and include them also. So how we will go ahead and do that? It should contain the character A to Z, capital A to capital Z, 0 to 9, right? And it should contain the dot symbol, that is this dot. It can contain the percentage, it can contain the dash as well, right? And it can contain the underscore as well, right? And the plus operator over here as well. We can include all this, but this is going to only contain one character at a time. So I will just simply go ahead and give a plus sign. So you see, till before @ all these names have been highlighted, right? All these names have been highlighted. Now after this, what I will do? After this I will simply say @ it is included @, and after @, right, if you look at the handler, it is gmail.com, red reddifmail.com, company.co.uk, so double dots are also there, right? Outlook.com. So in such cases it can accept A to Z, capital A to capital Z, right? It can include the dot as well, it can include the underscore as well, right? So this is going to go ahead and give me the handler name one character. If I want to go ahead and pick up all the characters at once, I simply use this iterator, that is plus symbol. And now if you just go ahead and if you just see, it has picked up all the characters here, right? And there is one special character, that is dollar symbol. Dollar symbol will indicate that it's the end of this particular line. Okay, it is going to check whether a particular string ends with this character or not. So it is saying that if the, so pick up the handler names which end with this particular character. Okay, so this is the regex expression for the email address. I hope you have understood. Okay, this is the regex expression for getting all the email address. So similarly, you can go ahead and you can figure it out for phone numbers, address, date of birth, customer ID. If you want to get these kind of values from this particular text, you can use the regular expression and you can go ahead and use them, right? You can extract them in Python or any other kind of language like JavaScript or something, correct? Now there is one more concept, okay, that is the concept of grouping. Okay, so how do we use grouping? Right, let's check on that one. Okay, so let us say that we want to go ahead and let us say, for example, that let us type in, let us consider this string over here, let's say Ananya. Okay, A-N-A, right? And after this A-N-A, right, correct, after this A-N-A, or rather I will say Ananya over here. I will let us try type this full string Ananya, and after this, if you can just see, we have a space and we have this Roy over here, right? I want to make sure that after Ananya, either a space, okay, either a space or a particular dash should appear, and that too in a specific pattern, not just one character at a time. If you will go ahead, so how will I go ahead and do that? If you go ahead and if you just simply say that I can use a character set over here, and I will simply say it can either contain a space or it can contain a dash. Okay, so it will go ahead and it will pick up this, but it will highlight this particular string because it is having a space right now, so it has highlighted. Even if there is a dash over here, okay, not an underscore, a dash over here, it will still go ahead and highlight. Why? Because I have mentioned that it can either contain a space or a dash, correct? So this is going to go ahead and pick any character one at a time, and it can either be having a space or a dash, right? If I go ahead and if I specify underscore, so no, it will not work, right? But let us say if I place 2 dash, right, what will happen? It will only pick up 1 dash, right, but the other dash will not get picked up. If I want some specific pattern to be picked up after Ananya, right, whether 3 dash at a time or 2 dash at a time, I cannot use this character set. I cannot use this character set because it only will accept 1 character at a time. So in such cases, I can definitely go ahead and use grouping. So after this, I can use this parenthesis and I will simply say that I need, okay, 3 dashes like this, okay, at a time. Or this is equivalent for or this single straight line, okay, or I can consider, let's say, 2 spaces. So this is going to highlight a specific pattern that I really need, either it is this or this. Now see, if now because I have 3 dash over here, right, it has highlighted, but let us say that if I have 2 dash, will it highlight? It will not highlight. And that is the significance of this grouping, right? If it would have been a character set, right, it would have highlighted this one single character, right, one single character at a time. But here it is not highlighting. Why? Because we need either 3 dash or 2 spaces. If I mention 1 space, it will not highlight. 2 spaces, it will highlight, because we need this or this. it's not going to map one character at a time. It is going to only map only when these two characters are present, these two patterns are present. So this is the advantage and the significance of grouping. Okay, and if you just see this, right, the way how I have mentioned these dash, slash dash, slash dash and slash dash 3 times, instead of doing something like this, right, I can simply go ahead and say slash dash, and I can use this curly braces over here. This curly braces will indicate that how many times you want this dash to occur. So I will simply say 3, and this is going to work in the same way. I will say simply slash s 2 times I want it to occur, and it will work in the same way. So instead of typing in slash dash 5 times or 10 times, you can just simply say slash dash, and you can pass in the number of times where you want to make it iterate over, right? So this is the use case of this curly brace operator, right? You can also pass in a range of values, that is instead of passing in one single value, right, that is 3, you can also pass in the range of values, that is the starting range and the ending range. So 0,5 you can pass it like this. That means it will match any number of dash that lies between 0 value or and 5 value. So if, let's say, for example, if I have a dash over here, it will highlight this one also, second dash, third dash, fourth dash, fifth dash, till 5 dashes it will represent, but sixth one it will only highlight till the first 5 dash. Okay, so it will not highlight the sixth dash over here. So that is the significance of this one. Okay, but if you only want to match it only exactly one pattern, that I only want to highlight only that particular text which has 5 characters, then it will go ahead and highlight that. If there are 4, it won't highlight. Okay, so this is the significance of using the grouping operator. Okay, this is the grouping. Okay, now there is one more concept. Okay, and that concept is called as a look ahead. Okay, now in the previous concept, as you can see, right, we have this OR operator which is present, right? Now there is a question that might occur, that if there is an OR operator, then we can also have an AND operator also, correct? But but in regular expression, right, there is nothing called as an AND operator. Okay, there is no AND operation. Okay, there is only OR operation, but we can achieve something like an AND operation by using something which we call as a concept known as look ahead. Okay, so what are look ahead? Look ahead is basically a regular expression which looks for a particular value ahead of a particular text. So, but it does not capture that particular text. For example, I want to highlight this text that is name only. I will highlight this text that is name only when there is Rohan present, or rather let us say that I want to only get the name of Rohan Mehta. Let us say there are two Rohans, name Rohan, and then I will mention this as Sharma. Okay, I want to get the name Rohan Mehta. Now since there are two Rohans, so I will go ahead and I want to get the name Rohan for Rohan Mehta. I don't want to get the name Rohan for Rohan Sharma. So I want to go ahead and check. I want to look ahead whether the name Mehta exists or not. If the name Mehta exists, then only return me the Rohan value. Then only highlight me this Rohan value, right? So let us say if I go ahead and if I say Rohan, it is highlighting both the names. But I don't want both the names. I only want the Rohan for Rohan Mehta. So in such cases, what I can do, I can go ahead and I can use the look ahead function. So I will use the question mark. Look ahead always starts with a question mark. Okay, and now there are two types of look ahead. One is the positive look ahead and one is the negative look ahead. So positive look ahead means it will return the value Rohan. It will only highlight true value only when you find that look ahead value. If you don't find that look ahead value, then it will return false. But in negative look ahead, what will happen? If you find that particular look ahead value, then it will return false, else it will return true. So exact opposite will happen. So let us first see the positive look ahead. To go ahead and write the positive look ahead, first we will type in the question mark and then an equal to sign. Okay, and then over here we will type in the name. Okay, which name we will type, right? So we can say Mehta, right? Okay, so now it is not actually highlighting Why it's not highlighting? Because there is a space that is present over here, right? So if I want to go ahead and highlight something, right, I can either type in a /s, so it will go ahead and it will highlight me this in this way. Or the best way to do is, because there can be n number of characters that can be present over here, right, like this. So what I can go ahead and do it, I can simply say dot, which will symbolize any character present in between this Rohan and Mehta, right? And then I will use the star operator to indicate whether it can either occur 0 times or many number of times. Okay, and then I will go ahead and type this Mehta over here. Okay, so what it is trying to say that in this particular line of text after Rohan, only highlight me the value Rohan only when in the upcoming string of characters that we are having, there is this Mehta present somewhere in the future, somewhere ahead in this particular string value. Okay, now after this there can be you know, n number of values. Wait, yes, after this there can be n number of values, right? Anything it can be, but still it will return this Mehta. Why? Because it has this particular text Mehta present, right? So it can be any number of characters in between, or but that is the significance of using this dot and a star and then this Mehta, right? Now for example, I want to go ahead and this is Mehta is there, right? Now let us consider one more name. Okay, and this is for you know, positive look ahead. If I want to go ahead and do it for negative look ahead, you will see the Sharma will be highlighted, because it is going to go ahead and it is going to say that give me those values which do not end with Mehta, which do not have a value Mehta in the future. So that is what this negative look ahead will you know, symbolize. But if you can just see that the Mehta part is not highlighted, it will not get captured. So this is the advantage of the look ahead function. It will look for a particular value ahead, but it will not capture that value. Okay, now let's say for example there are two names again, right? Rohan Mehta is there, and let us say the name is Rohan Mehta, and then let us say here we have let us say we have A1 and this one is A2. Okay, let us say these are their names, two Rohan Mehtas, but they again are having this particular surname A1 and A2. I want to pick up only the Rohan from this Rohan Mehta which is ending with this A2. So in such cases what we will do, right? So in such cases, one look ahead we have already used for this Mehta, right, which is having a future which looks ahead if there is Mehta present or not. So yes, there is Mehta present in those two values, right? So Rohan Sharma is already out, right? So these two values are highlighted, right? These two Rohans are highlighted, A1 and A2, but I also want only that Rohan to be highlighted which has the A2 value. So in such cases what you can go ahead and do, you can use one more look ahead and you can just simply use the same pattern and you can simply say A2. So only that particular Rohan will be highlighted where you have both A2 and Mehta present. So in this case, this is the way how you use the AND operator. Okay, and remember that in this AND operator, right, the positioning matters. It is not like a regular AND operation which you know go ahead and see in other programming language where A and B is the same as B and A. No, it is, in this case the positioning definitely does matter. Okay, so this is not like an operation based AND operator, right? There is no ampersand symbol or something like that. Like we have a symbol for grouping in or operator, that is a straight line, that is this one, right? This is for OR operator. But for AND operation we do not have any kind of special character, but we can achieve something which is quite similar to AND operation using these look ahead functions. Okay, so we have already covered most of the important regular expressions. Okay, And regular expression is pretty vast. There are many things present. Okay, so please keep on practicing, and please try to go ahead and try to find out the regular expression for the phone numbers, for the addresses, for the date of birth, for the customer ID over here, right? I will if you want, I can paste this. I will paste this text in the description. You can copy here, you can copy this, and you can try out your own regular expression. You can practice this by yourself. Okay, so I hope you really enjoyed this video session, and I hope you tried to I hope that I have been able to provide you with some clarity. Okay, so thank you very much for this video, and if you really enjoyed this session, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon for notification. Thank you.